Yeah, this is Chris Johnson, CJ2K on the Smash and Dash podcast. We got Matthew Provencher here. Doctor, introduce yourself.
Yeah, Chris, thanks so much for having us on Smash and Dash. I am an orthopedic surgeon and sports doc, sports surgeon. I grew up back east and was in the military for a long time. Took care of our men and women in the military, and one of my first pro teams I took care of were the Navy SEALs out in Coronado,
Oh,
California. Took care of them
wow.
for a long time. It was really cool. We helped develop a cool human performance program with a great team there and really optimize injury prevention and return to duty and optimizing the warrior athlete, if you will.
Right.
After I left the Navy, I had the fortune to go to Boston and became the head team physician for the New England Patriots for a number of
Nice.
years. And then I'm actually now in Vail, Colorado, and working at a place called the Stebbin Clinic where we treat a lot of athletic injuries.
Nice, nice. So you got some background in working with teams in NFL and stuff like that. Um, it's a rough time right now. Give my prayers to Damar Hamlin and the things he's been going through. And, lately he's been doing a lot better. They say he progressing in the right way, or whatever. And just by you being in this arena, a lot of people are saying like, why didn't anybody know or see quicker or anything like that? And I just don't think they really understand like being on the NFL sideline, everything that's going on and stuff like that. I can't lie, when I seen it, I thought it was a concussion or something like that because we've done seen different things like that or whatever. But from your perspective, what did you see?
Yeah, because first of all, thoughts and prayers, go to Damar and his, himself, his family, the team, and anytime you go through an event like this, and it truly was, a very significant event. We saw it on the sidelines. We saw what happened, and players and yourself. When you see this, it's gut wrenching, and so
Mhm.
we as medical professionals want to be there for the worst case scenario, the worst possible emergency, and we train for this all the time, and hopefully we never have to do it. But what I think you saw on Monday night was what we call the emergency action plan, the EAP, go into effect. And when you have, you know, number of AEDs, defibrillators, you've got head team physicians, assistant head team physicians, airway management and cardiac physicians, ER emergency medicine type of physicians, neurologists, unaffiliated neurologic consultants.
Yeah.
There are and on top of all the athletic trainers, the head athletic trainers, and all the other medical professionals on the field, there are a lot of people that are right there immediately to jump into action. And I was actually, quite as soon as I saw it, I was like, I almost go into my military training mode and the doctor on sideline training mode, and you're like, okay, what's next? What do you do? What do you get? Where's the AD? Get it? And everyone has a specific role, and they spring into action.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Anytime I know like these teams, they want to do everything that they can do, to make sure their players are okay and that they stay healthy and things like that. And I think that was a good information that you gave us because a lot of people don't see it. Or a lot of people don't really know all the ins and outs of what goes into like the doctors being around, the trainers being around. They might look at it and say, "Oh yeah, they just down the sideline, enjoying the game or whatever."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just here. You got a good ticket to the game. You got a good seat. But I got to tell you, when I was standing on the sideline as head team physician, and alongside they're great medical professionals, my head athletic trainer. I mean, it's somewhat enjoyable to be the game, but it's kind of stressful. I mean, it's gonna be honest. I mean, I came out. I didn't. I would tell the players. I'd tell like Edelman. I'd be like, Jules, I didn't play a single down or do one iota of 1 yard of running, and I'm exhausted because you're
Right.
just mentally on. You're watching players, and you're always out, for player health and safety. And that's, that's a Hippocratic oath. That's what we take and that's what we do. And we want to try to do the best thing always for the player health and safety. And, part of that is having to spring into action with the emergency
Right.
action plan. And that's exactly, what happened. Even down to like the ambulance crew. And, it's amazing. You have the paramedics and EMTs. And we have, as part of that, we meet 60 minutes before the game with the referees. We meet
Mm,
with all the key medical personnel. We meet with the ambulance that you walk by as you come through the tunnel. Well,
right.
that's not just a show. Like we go through that and we know that they've got the cardiac meds, they got the medications that you need to give to intubate or put a tube down someone's throat just in case. And I think you saw a lot of this unfold, although we don't know all the details
Right. Right.
on Monday night. And you jump into that emergency action plan. And that's why you meet 60 minutes before every game. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
That's why you train for it. Hopefully this never happens, but when it does, you're ready. And I mean, I got to applaud the medical team. Damar was in a very good place
Mm-hmm.
when this unfortunate incident happened.
Right, right. Yeah, it's crazy. And then like, when that type of incident happened, it forced players and some former players and just people in general to think about other things, different things. Like for example, um, guys, like once you retire, you got 5 years after you retire of insurance. A lot of us feel like we should have lifetime insurance because you look at some of the other sports that have it, and we're probably like the most brutal sport out there. And for us to only have 5 years is just like, wow, like even going through this stuff, like even now, I've been retired 5 years. And sometimes I get pain places that I never got pain from when I was playing when I first retired. A lot of times the older you get and as time go on, then pain starts. But that's why I feel like we should have lifetime insurance. What is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, so Chris, someone like you and so many of your colleagues in the NFL and players pour their heart and soul into the game. You love it. You give your heart and soul to the league, and on some level, there, should be some reciprocity to be able to, help you through the, recovery and injuries. And not all injuries show up,
Mhm.
day one
Right,
when you're leaving the NFL in 2017. They
right, right,
take
right,
time to actually show up or develop, but it might have happened on the field. And so I definitely think it's something worth looking at in collaboration with the PA and the NFL and
right.
coming to, something that could be, um, I think, again, about the player, health and safety. We analyze a lot of, after I left the NFL in full time in 2016, we started analyzing a lot of the injuries and what could be done to help and improve performance and not have some of the long term effects. And our company called the Predictors, and we're at the predictors.com if anyone's interested. Not a not just a shout out, but it's kind of, we have some cool information there to help folks kind of understand what's going on and help decipher the injuries and come up with long-term strategies and plans to help us mitigate it. So that's a big part of what we do, and kind of giving back to the NFL player community, if you will.
Right, right, right. And Doc, I think I got a little beef with you, Doc, because you say you finished in 16, right? So
Yeah.
that mean when we came down there in the snow, when y'all put up 58 points on us, I got a little beef with you,
I
Doc. Oh
remember
my,
that. I recall you had a pretty good game, my
yeah, I had
friend.
a pretty good game. A pretty good game, but yeah, Randy Moss and Tom Brady, they put a whipping on us. They put a whipping on us, man.
I know, and he's still going at it.
Yeah, he's
TB12,
still,
man.
yeah, it's
It's
crazy. It's
the
crazy,
goat.
man.
It's unbelievable. But no, I mean, Chris, you had an amazing career. I mean, it's unbelievable, and
No.
you've got a great running back following in your shoes there, and now traded, but I'm not sure he's done what you've done. I mean, coming
Yeah.
out of the combine and your stats, and I mean it was amazing. But it's a guy like you that you want to cultivate as a running back a very long career, and
Right, right.
your skill set going, and a good the big thing we focused on was with my medical team at the Patriots, and it was great. It's the same thing we did for the SEALs, was injury prevention and
Yeah.
career longevity.
Right. Right. And that's always a great thing when Like I didn't even know that, and I played in the league. I didn't know y'all met and spent 60 minutes before the game even started with everybody. So like that, a lot of those things is what people don't see. They just see y'all on the sideline. They see when somebody injured, y'all come on the field. They don't see what all goes into it. But even throughout the week, because I used to see the doctors always in the training room. Know what I'm saying? But we still don't
Yeah.
know what y'all do there. Like, know what I'm saying? Like y'all probably meetings and go over all players that's on the injury reports and all those type of things.
Yeah, no, Chris, it's a very it's an incredible environment, and when done well, it's really great. I mean, our what I can tell you, our approach was always about the player and really giving that concierge VIP type of treatment, and what you can do to achieve your goals and performance on the field.
Right.
And how do you best, how do you best do that? Well, it's marrying obviously the coaching and all the other things that you do,
Right.
gazillion meetings and rooms and practices and everything else. But there's a big part of it from human performance, and we're definitely getting smarter. The NFL is really behind it, and they really are cultivating it. Every team's a little bit different in their nuances and culture and how they deal with it. But at the end of the day, this is really the goal. Is we want longevity of career for you all, and to be able to go out there and play and enjoy the game that you love.
Right. Right. Yeah. But yeah, Doc, it's an honor to have you on here and you give us all this great information. It's an honor to have you on Smash and Dash. And I appreciate everything you have done.
Yeah. Well, Chris, a great honor. It's a great honor to be with you. You're a legend. You're a future Hall of Famer, and congratulations on what a great career. And let me know if there's anything we can do to help you down the road.
Thank you very much. Anything you need from me, I got you. Call away.
Yeah, great pleasure, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.